Hello everybody, this is Yousef and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make another Persian dish, Koofteh Berenji. Koofteh Berenji is one of the oldest food that they make in Iran, but there are different kind and some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger. The ingredients mostly are the same, but there are some little things here that are different. This one is very original. Most of the Iran, they know and make it. And it's very easy and it's very tasty. So let's go over the ingredients and start making it. All right, these are going to be our ingredients. We need 2 onions. One of them going to be saute, and the other one has to be grinded and take the juice out of it. Just whatever is going to be left, we're going to use with the meat. I have 2 pounds of ground beef. Also, people can use it either combination of a beef and a lamb or just a lamb, and I prefer less fat. This is a 15%. You can go up to 20 or 25% fat if you like it. I do have about a 3/4 of a split peas that I already cooked that, because it has to be cooked, otherwise it's going to be expand and ruin the meatball. And again, the 1 cup of dry rice, you cook it, obviously it's going to be like 2 and 3 cups when it cooks. So the reason is because if you just put the rice before you cook it, it's going to be expand again, it's going to be ruin the meatball. We need about 14 to 20 of Iranian plum, which is a Aloo Bukhara. Might be hard for some people to find, so we have the alternative is a sour plum. You can use that also. Need a little bit of liquid saffron, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. This I have 4 tablespoons of dry herbs. That herbs include of Tarragon, Savory, Parsley, and Chives. It's an equal amount together, and prefer always the dry one. About half a cup of raisin. Need about a 1 or 2 teaspoon black pepper. It depends on your taste. About 1/4 of the teaspoon red pepper. I do have 2 also teaspoon of turmeric, 2 teaspoon of salt. The salt also might be add or less at the cooking time. Need some cooking oil. The first thing, it has 2 parts. First thing, we have to make the sauce. Then sauce has to be boiling a little bit, just about like half an hour or so, till we make our koofteh. And now the first thing, we start just making our sauce by start slicing the onion and sauteing it. Let's start doing it. You can cut it whatever you prefer. You can, just cut it, small pieces or larger, as long as, it's not too thick or big, it's fine. You can cut it like a, dicing it. So it doesn't make that much difference, but I prefer this way. Okay, this one, going to start, sauteing this, and try to grind the other one, make it ready for our mix. Put some cooking oil. It's about like a 3 tablespoons or 4. When it gets hot, then we put the onion in it. Here you go. It's the time to just add the onion and start sauteing this till it gets golden brown. And we are going to add our spices in just halfway, which is cooked. Okay, while the other onion is sauteing away, start just grinding this one, make it ready for our mixture. I guess it's a time to add some of these spices here. I need half of this for just here for the sauce. The other half is going to go to the mixture. After turmeric, just also half of our black pepper and red pepper. The rest gonna go to the meat and the rice. Okay, we're just trying about like a minute or so to saute this together. Then it's gonna be turn for the tomato paste and salt, then water. Okay, before I add the tomato paste, I like to take some of this, not too much, but like a 1 spoon, and put it aside for just the stuffing for the middle of our rice and meatball. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, that's enough. Now we should add our tomato paste and about few minutes to be sauteed together also. All right, and this is the time for our little bit of salt. Smell fantastic already. All right, now I'm gonna put about like 4 to 5 cups of water and let it boil for till our meatballs are ready to go in there. You can add, just save your time and just boiling water so you don't have to wait till it starts boiling. So this is actually very warm water. It's about to boil. Okay, and now I'm gonna add some of the saffron also. Here we go. For a better color and a taste. So I'm gonna put the lid on it and let it cook till our kooftes are ready. All right, so as I said, we try to get the juice out of this because, again, anything is too liquidy also is gonna be ruining our rice meatball. All right, as soon as it starts just boiling hardly, so you just lower it down to just very low or medium. As long as it's just boiling slowly, that's enough. You don't have to just rush it into that because you have time to make your rice meatball. Now let's go and start finishing it up by I took all the juice out of it, and here is a time to mix everything to a bigger bowl. Let me get one. All right, it's a time to mix all the ingredients together for our rice meatball. So it says our rice goes in there. Our split peas. Our ground meat, all our dry herbs, our rest of the turmeric, rest of black pepper and some of the salt to your taste. Now, before I mix this together, some people they used to put eggs from the beginning. I usually don't unless after I mix them together and knead them, so to feel if it's really need the egg or not. So now I'm doing it without it. So let's go and see what it's going to be turn out to. Okay, we should keep doing this as long as it takes to see everything mixed together. Maybe it takes about like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it takes. You have to do it. All right, also it's the time to add my saffron and continue to mix them together. So as you see, it's very well stick together, so there was no need to add the eggs. You see that? So it's in a great shape right now. So I guess it's enough. Then waiting for a few minutes and start making it like a small balls, like a tennis ball size. So that means get some water to wet my hand and start making it. Now let's start making our rice meatball. So pick up some of the meat. It's just about like a maybe tennis ball or some small orange size, and then try to make it as round as you can. Then for stuffing it in, just make a little bit of hole here. Okay. Now what I'm gonna put in there, as I said, are plum, Iranian, Aloo Bukhara, little bit of this, little bit of the raisin, and a little bit of our sauteed onion. By the way, this onion wasn't enough. I made a little bit for this again. So here we go. And try close this down and make it as round as you can again. So go like this. Make sure there is no crack anywhere, because otherwise not going to stick together when you put it into the sauce to cook. All right, I think this should be a good size. Okay, again, just wet your hand, pick some of this, and turn it around. Now, this is that my mother used to make it the way that I'm making it. Some people, they like to put different things in there. Some maybe walnut or some of those barberry or any other stuff they like. So it also is up to you if you want to add or delete some of this stuffing. So it's totally up to you. If you want to just put the walnut or barberry or anything else. This is the way my mother used to make it. Now, I'm going to use some of those sour plum too, to see Oh, it's going to be, I think it's going to be this, it's kind of, you know, sour and sweet. It makes it nice. Savory of the plum and sweetness of the raisin, that makes it tasty. The reason that I'm going to use this one and show it to you because this is much easier to find. It's harder to find. It has to be only in Persian market, you know, or bring it from Iran for you. Otherwise, you can use that. So obviously it's nicer, tastier, but anyway, this plum also, I like it. It's very tasty. It looks pretty good. The reason that I'm doing it like this, trying to just cover any cracks. You see, like this, if it goes to the sauce, it's gonna be coming out and just losing the shape. So you do as much as you can. Just make sure that it stick together as a ball. See, you don't see any crack anymore. Now, just make a hole again. So, put your stuff into this. A little bit of this onion, and it would be fantastic. Here we go. So I'm going to finish up the rest of them, and I see you soon. All right, it's the time for just put this bowl into the sauce. Now, the sauce should be halfway or just barely cover it. That's fine. But it never should be this on the top of each other. So I have just like 11 of those here. I'm trying to put it inside. If it fits, fine, which I don't think it does. Or either I have to change the bowl to the bigger one, wider one, to cook all of them, or I put as much as I can. The rest of those, I probably gonna freeze it for next time. You do the same thing. Let's put it in there. It looks good to me. Here you go. So far, so good. I think I have a room for another one. Okay, so these are good. So there's two left behind that I am going to freeze those for the later on. Okay, so this is a time also, good time to just add the whatever left of your plum and the juice of it into the sauce to make it tastier, and also the leftover of the raisin. You put it here, and I am going to put some of those sour plum also in this. Okay, now you don't put the lid anymore, just let it slowly cook, but once a while you can turn this around to let them all cook. So as soon as it just start, just start boiling, reduce the heat, just let it simmering slowly, slowly. So let it go for like maybe half an hour and just come back and take a look at it and turn this around. And I think the total for 1 hour, that's gonna be enough. See you then. Okay, and also I have a little bit of a rice and a split peas left over. It's not that much, maybe about like a 1-2 spoonful. I'm gonna add this also in the sauce, which is gonna make it, little bit heavy. The sauce is gonna be thickening. That's a good thing to do. But it's not something that you have to do it. As I said, it's something that sometimes I do, and I have a leftover little bit of this. Okay, so we'll come back in half an hour to see what's going on here. It's been about half an hour. This is cooking away. Just came over and just take a look at them. I'm just trying to turn around like this, and it looks pretty good right now. And what we need is just let them cook another half an hour or so. Then the food is going to be ready and we're going to serve it. All right, this is another half an hour, which totally is over 1 hour is cooking, and the sauce is getting thickening, and it's a time to serve the food, and it's ready. Okay, let's eat it. Okay guys, our Koofteh Berenji is ready. It looks beautiful, tastes delicious, and you can eat this by itself, like us with the bread, any kind of your choice of bread. And you can also use condiment, just like a pickled vegetable or some of fresh herbs like what I have here, spring onion and radish and basil. So that's how we make our Koofteh Berenji. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I really wish that you could have some of this because it's so delicious, but I'm pretty sure if you follow the way that I make it, you can make it and enjoy it as well. So till next time with a new Persian dish, bye.